Bob, first and foremost, happy birthday. You are 70 years old, and you've survived serious cancer. I've got to tell you, buddy, I know that you probably consider me a baby. I'm 47, and I pray that I can be as fortunate and just, God willing, in 2 blinks when I'm 70, to be as robust and as handsome as you. And more importantly, Bob, I do pray to God that if He does allow me to live to 70, that I can look back at a life with pride of giving in God's name to others who are less fortunate. I really pray that. Bob, you're prone to analogize the Academy Prep Center of Tampa to the Underground Railroad. You've done that often, even in my presence. And let me tell you a little bit about the Academy Prep Center of Tampa. We are a grade 5 to 8 school. We will only admit children who are at or below the poverty line. And then we have to raise every penny of each child's education to put them through an 11-hour day, to 6 days a week, 11 months out of the year. Some of the most marginalized children of our society, to show them to the promised land, to give them the opportunities that we would absolutely demand of all of our own children and grandchildren. And never in this country should a child be relegated to a second-class education simply because of their economic background or their skin color or anything like that. Now, Bob, if you don't mind, I'd like to co-opt another historical analogy, not the Underground Railroad, talking about Academy Prep. Just last Wednesday, I dropped off Anthony, I won't give you the last names, Anthony and Deshawn at the Clearwater St. Pete Airport, along with Sister Ann Doherty, who's the director of our graduate support program. Dropped them off at the airport to send them off to the Culver Military Academy in Indiana. In the scheme of things in our real hectic lives, the act of dropping someone off at an airport is really pretty mundane. But I thought about the symbolism of that act. Now look at the life that Anthony had. When he started with us in 5th grade, it was at best a 50-50 proposition that he would graduate from our school. Beginning of his 8th grade year, he tragically lost his mom in an accident. It was our school. It was our community, every single one of us, Bob, including you, who toiled, sweat, cried, and worked hard to bring that young man to a better life. Deshawn, who's gone through his life with very, very little guidance, is symbolized with an older brother and a father who are doing hard time in a penitentiary. And it was the Academy Prep community, all of us together, including you, Bob, that pushed, toiled, sweat, and cried to get Deshawn through. We are, in many respects, like the Underground Railroad, and at Academy Prep, we have our own little version of the Berlin Airlift, of lifting children to something far better. Every single one of us, Bob, including you, put those 2 beautiful boys on that plane to Indiana. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being one of us, of being part of this community that leads these great children to the promised land. Thank you, Bob.